Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, I should say. It's 3:30 p.m. Oh my goodness, this day is flying by. Been busy negotiating some deals all day, and that's where I lost track of time. Plus, it doesn't help. The sun is not that bright today. But can you believe we're already in mid-November? Happy Veterans Day to all our veterans out there. Thank you for your service. We appreciate it. So the question everyone keeps asking me, it's on everybody's mind. What is the real estate market doing? Are we still in a seller's market? Are we in a buyer's market? Everyone wants to know. Is it a good time to buy? Good time to sell? Should I do nothing? Get those questions all the time. And the real answer, the honest answer is it depends. It really depends on your individual situation, which is why we at Team Titans, right there, Team Titans Real Estate, we really take the time to get to know you and your specifics of your situation because everything, it all comes down to it depends. The market is shifting. That is happening. And it's important to acknowledge that. And it's okay if it's shifting. It's always in a state of shift. Think of it like a giant pendulum swinging back and forth where, many years ago, it was a very, very strong buyer's market where the pendulum swung really far to one side. That was back in like 2008 where sellers were begging for buyers, and buyers, every single offer on the table was, well, we'll offer 50,000 less. And, we want your firstborn child in the deal and all this stuff. And whatever the buyers wanted, they got. And the buyers had all the power, and it really hurt the sales of homes. Then over time, the pendulum started swinging back, and then we made our way to last year, where it was really strong on the seller side. And then you got the reverse. All the power was in the seller's hands, and buyers were begging for houses. And then it was things like, waive your inspections, give us $40,000 above asking price with appraisal guarantees. And, we like your dog, throw your dog in the deal and we'll take the dog too. I mean, all these crazy things were happening. And buyers were just clawing at each other to have their deal accepted. And that was the craziness of last year. Actually, the last 2 years, it just kept going. And it really peaked at probably the end of last year. And then this year, it continued roughly till March, April, May. And around May, we started to feel like things were changing. Things were taking a turn. And what we've now seen since May, we're seeing the number of closings decrease. The stats for the number of mortgage applications, they're way down. They're like 50% down from last year, something like that. Interest rates are going up. Inflation's going up. All these different factors are coming into play. And so it's definitely a shift now. So that pendulum is starting to swing back. The question is, what we don't know is the pendulum here? Is it here? Or is it about to swing all the way over here and go back to the buyers? We don't know that yet. There's not enough data to know that. Right now, the way the data is going, it's looking more like a correction at this point. If real estate were operating in a bubble, it probably would just be a correction and stop there, where the pendulum comes more to the middle. And buyers and sellers are starting to have equal power, which is actually a much more healthy situation for the economy when buyers and sellers are of equal power. It's never too good when one side or the other has too much power. You get some really crazy things happening. When the buyers have too much power, the pricing plummets, everything drops, people lose equity in their homes. When the sellers have too much power, then people are overpaying, and that causes its own potential issues. So right now, the pendulum's swinging back. We just don't know, is it going to slow down and stop in the middle? Or is it going to be a wrecking ball just swinging full speed ahead over there? We don't know that answer. No one has a crystal ball, and no one can tell you with certainty what that's going to be. You're going to have to kind of use your own judgment. What is your outlook on the economic future? Because, like I said, when you look at real estate in a bubble, there are many factors that would say there's not going to be a bubble burst, because we still have low inventories relative to demand. And even though things are starting to come down in volume, we're still above pre-pandemic levels. So we're not at a point of panicking or anything like that. The question is, though, what is the larger economy going to do? And once again, we don't know. That's the honest truth. We don't know. We just got to wait and see where it goes. But with that said, one thing that is pretty certain right now, at least over the next few months, is it looks like the Fed is going to continue to raise some rates. And we just had another rate increase, which means usually mortgage rates follow. So mortgage rates will probably be entering the 8% mark pretty soon. So if you are thinking about buying or selling a home, especially buying a home in the near future, next 3 to 6 months, you're probably going to want to do something really quick here to try to lock in the rate before they go up. So that might be a good thing to do. So give us a call. 586-549-6096 is my direct line. You can call our hotline, 586-232-5144. That's our joint hotline. You'll get either Joe Webler or myself. But we really want to, take the time to talk to you, find out your situation. What is your time frame and those kind of things. Some different sites I've been reading, they're advising people, really plan on whatever house you buy. You're going to want to be in it for a minimum of 5 years for this next purchase, because it was crazy when things were going up so fast. We had one customer, they lived in a house for 1 year. It used to be 3 years minimum to be in a house just to recoup your closing costs and everything involved. And if you resold within a year, you were guaranteed a loss. And they, not through any planning of their own, but just through happenstance, they bought a house just before the prices went crazy, and then they were in a situation where they had to sell, and they lucked out. They really ended up selling at the peak there, and they made more than enough money to cover all the costs of when they bought the house, the costs of selling the house, plus made a little profit in addition to that. So things really went crazy in that time frame. But if you're not looking to buy or sell something in the next, 3 to 6 months or even a year, you're going to want to call us. But if you're not doing that, one thing we can do is give you this really cool tool. It's called HomeSnap. And I really want to give you guys some information on this. You can download this. Let me put the link here in here. I'm going to put this here. Okay, I'm putting it in the comments, the link, and you download this to your phone. You can create your own profile. It's private to you, and you can do your own searches. You have the power of the MLS in your hand. You create your account. You can go in here. You can type your neighborhood, your addresses, whatever you want, and keep an eye on the area. So like if you want to keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on in your neighborhood, you can check on it. You can see all what's sold, what's active, all those things. You can keep up to date on it. So that's really good to equip yourself with information. And then at any point, if you go to that link, it's going to take you right here. You type in your phone number and hit text me the link. I will send you the link so you can download the app to your phone, or you can just go here, click Google Play or App Store to get the app. But if you download it from me, the nice thing is if you see anything you like, you can hit a button and it'll contact me right through the app. But I want to show you here. Let's just look up like Sterling Heights, Michigan. Let's look at Sterling Heights, Michigan, just to show you that it comes up with some market stats about Sterling Heights. It gives you the homes. So this is what's really nice about this app. You can really see what's going on. You can search by county. You can search by, if you know a specific neighborhood you want to search, and it'll tell you what the greens are, the currently for sale. The yellows are the coming soons. So it's a nice tool to keep up with everything. Now I just want to show you, I'll pull up my listing here in Port Huron, just to show you how a listing looks. So when you go in to look at a listing, it pulls up the pictures of the house. You can flip through them. You can click on a picture to expand it and look at a much larger picture. So you can flip through like that. So that's very nice. And then you can also scroll down. You can see information about the house. You can see all the different stats. If you want a rapid CMA, anything like that, you can do. So it's a really nice tool to look at. And then you can zoom out if you want. Right here. They also have different things where, like, let's go far out. This is a really cool tool I want to show you guys. So, like, see here, draw. You click the draw button, and let's say this is the area you want. You just draw a circle around where you want, and boom, all the listings for that come up. Isn't that pretty cool? So you can customize your searches however you want. So if you have a weird pattern you got to follow because you want to follow certain highways wherever, you just draw that little thing around there and you got that. You also have layers where you could look at the satellite view. So when you zoom in, if you zoom in, you could get really close and see, how does that house look from an aerial shot? How nice is that? So there's a lot of great power to this tool, and it really equips you to be right at the forefront of what's happening. You can also, if you care about the schools in the area, you can do that. It'll highlight the schools. So right here, here's some. So if you want to live near a school, it'll tell you where the schools are. So you can highlight that as well. So there's a lot of great power to this tool that you can utilize. So I just want to give you guys that information so you know how to find it. And you download it. Like I said, if you have questions about a specific house, there's a button right in there where you can contact me. So let's see here. I also just want to repost our phone number really quick. Well, you see it there. It's right there on the screen. That's my direct line. Our team line is right behind me right there, 586-232-5144. And that line rings both Jill and myself, so you'll get either of us if you call that. So yes, the market is shifting. It's right now, based on the raw numbers, it's shifting more towards the middle, which is perfectly fine and healthy for the economy. We'll have to see what, 6 months from now, what it looks like when the summer market comes. Is it going to keep shifting to the buyer side, or will it stay center for both sides to have equal power? But anyways, give us a call. Last time, 586-549-6096. The consultation is free, no obligation. If you have a house and you're just curious, have you been living in the house for 3, 5, 10 years and you're just wondering, what is your house worth right now in today's economy? Give us a call. We'll come out. We'll take a look at your house, give you a market analysis. And like I said, no obligation to it. So have a wonderful day. I'm Scott Zambelli, and God bless.